Hello students, once again you are most welcome here in this chapter, the third level. Now let's see from this passage. I turned toward the ticket windows knowing that. Before this passage we have read that the narrator Charlie has imagined a lot about the past days in 1894, and he is extremely confused here to think about the days and the time, that how they live, how the people live and react in those days. And this time he is wondering, he is dreaming himself at a third level in 1894. Now let's see, he is now at the station of Grand Central, where he is going to buy a ticket for a place where he will visit to the past days. Let's see. I turned toward the ticket windows knowing that here on the third level at Grand Central I could buy tickets that would take Louisa and me anywhere in the United States we wanted to go. In the year 1894, and I wanted 2 tickets to Galesburg, Illinois. Now, the narrator Charlie moved towards the ticket windows center to buy ticket. This is the place, the third level at a Grand Central Station, and he decided to buy 2 tickets so that he and his wife Louisa could move anywhere in the United States of America, as in the year of 1894 he is going to buy 2 tickets to a place named Galesburg, Illinois. Have you ever been there? It's a wonderful town still, with a big old frame houses, huge lawns and tremendous trees whose branches meet overhead and roof the street. As soon as he reached at the ticket window, the clerk asked him that, before this, have you ever visited to this place? And he started to explain about the place, that this is a very wonderful town with a very old frame houses, and it has also huge lawns before the houses, and the trees features are also very tremendous, as the branches of the trees meet just over the roof, just overhead and roof the streets. And in 1894, summer evening were twice as long, and people sat out on their lawns, the men smoking cigars and talking quickly. He also tells that at the time of 1894, the summer beginning were twice long. The sun sets after a long time. People have sufficient time to sit outside of their houses. They sit out on their lawns. They smoke cigars and they talk quickly among them. The women also waving palm leaf fans. Palm leaf fans means to get air over their face and body. They manufacture the hand making fans, hand woven fans, that is called hand woven fans. With the fireflies all around, firefly student, this is called जुगनू. जो जुगनू थे वो भी चारों तरफ उड़ रहे थे in a peaceful world, and the world seemed very, very peaceful at that time. To be back there with the First World War still 20 years off, and World War II over 4th year in the future. I wanted 2 tickets for that. Narrator says that the period was of 1894 and the First World War happened in 1914 and the second in 1934. So जब समय को हम यहाँ पे चेक करते हैं तो the period was fully 20 years ago before the First World War, and you can also count it here that the Second World War that was happened in 1934. There was a great difference of 40 years. The clerk figured the fare. He glanced at my fancy hatband, but he figured the fare, and I had enough for 2 coach tickets, one window. At the ticket window, the clerk figured the fare. मतलब उसने टोटल फिक्स जो फेयर था, किराया था, उसको उसने बताया. एंड ही आल्सो ग्लांस्ड, ध्यान से देखना, उसके उस फैंसी हेडबैंड को ध्यान से देखा, ध्यान से उसने ग्लांस किया. But he figured the fare and he cleared him what is the fare for the ticket. And I had enough for 2 coach tickets one way. And the narrator decided that 2 coach ticket will be enough for him one way, one for him, one for his wife Louisa. But when I counted out the money and looked up, the clerk was staring at me, and he says that when he started to count the money and tried to look up towards the ticket clerk, he noticed that the clerk was also staring at him. Staring means looking very attentively to someone. And he nodded at the bills. Nodded means students move the head. Nodded at the bills, and here bills refers to money that was the fare there. So he nodded at the bills. Means you can see that the ticket clerk was also trying to escape his sight just beside him, as the narrator was also trying to capture everything very attentively. And that is not money, mister, he said. Just observing the money, the ticket clerk said, mister, this is not money. Why he says this is not money? If you are trying to skin me, you won't get very far. And then the ticket clerk said that this is not money, and if you are trying to cheat me, it's your great blunder. You can't make a move from here so far because this place is very big and nobody is allowed to move here and there without permission. अब स्टूडेंट्स आपको थोड़ी सी मैं यहाँ पे क्लियर कर दे रहा हूँ कि क्यों ऐसा वो कह रहा है कि दिस इज़ नॉट मनी. इस बात को आप समझ लीजिए. वो इसलिए कह रहा है दिस इज़ नॉट मनी क्योंकि ये बात 1894 की हो रही है और नरेटर के पास जो है उस समय 19वीं शताब्दी की मनी है. ठीक है, तो जो उसकी करेंसी है वो करेंसी फुली डिफरेंट है. उस करेंसी को देख करके क्लर्क काफ़ी कंफ्यूज हो जाता है क्योंकि जो करेंसी क्लर्क के पास था उस पीरियड का वो काफ़ी डिफरेंट था, इसलिए उसके पैसे को कहता है दिस इज़ नॉट मनी. एंड इफ़ ही इज़ ट्राइंग टू चीट हिम टू पे द ब्लैक मनी, डेफिनेटली ही विल बी पनिश्ड देयर. नाउ लेट्स सी. And he glanced at the cash drawer beside him, and the clerk who was distributing the ticket, he started to notice very attentively to the cash drawer which was located just beside him. Of course, the money was old style bills. Bills means here the word bills refers to money. So you understand here that the narrator also realized that the money was fully different and half again as big as the money we use nowadays and different looking. And the money that was in the hand of the narrator, it was fully different. It was fully different, and its size was also small, as the size of that period was half big. So its appearance was fully different, and I turned away and got out fast. After knowing everything, the narrator is confirmed here, and now he made a move from there, understanding that there will be nothing happen without the currency of the present age. So he moved from there, and that's nothing nice about jail even in 1894. And he also realized that the time, the incidents, the central station's place, and just the attendance before the clerk, everything was just like a jail to him. So the period was different to him, and he decided to move from there. Now let's see. And that was that. I left the same way I came, I suppose. And now finally he moved there, and he accepted that without the old currency there will be nothing for him. So he left the way, and next day during lunch hour he drew $300 out of the bank, nearly all we had, and bought old style currency. यहाँ पे थोड़ी सी पॉइंट्स समझने वाले स्टूडेंट्स आप ध्यान समझ लीजिए, क्योंकि यहाँ से क्वेश्चन आपको मिलेगा. अगले दिन जब उसको लगा कि डेफिनेटली देयर विल बी नो यूज ऑफ हिज करेंसी, सो ही वेंट टू द बैंक एंड ही विड्रा $300. मतलब बैंक जाकर उसने $300 को निकाला, और फिर उस $300 को निकाल करके और ओल्ड करेंसी में उसने कन्वर्ट कर लिया. ओके, दैट्स रियली वरीड माई साइकेट्रिस्ट फ्रेंड. एंड दिस स्टोरी व्हेन द narrator's friend who was psychiatrist was hearing very attentively, he realized something upset at that time. You can buy old money at almost any coin dealers, but you have to pay a premium. ये जो वर्ड यहाँ पे प्रीमियम ऐड हुआ है, इसको लेकर थोड़ी सी आपको मैं कन्फ्यूजन क्लियर कर दे रहा हूँ. यहाँ पे इस प्रीमियम का तात्पर्य है कि जिस पीरियड में वो गया था, और उस प्लेस का नाम आपको इसके पहले आप पढ़ें, गैल्सबर्ग प्लेस. ओके, तो वहाँ पे पुरानी करेंसी को लेने के लिए नई करेंसी के साथ साथ कुछ एक्स्ट्रा पैसा आपको देना पड़ता था, तब जाके आपको पुरानी करेंसी मिलती थी. ओके, सो द नरेटर हैड टू आल्सो पे सम एक्स्ट्रा मनी टू गेट द ओल्ड करेंसी. And my $300 bought less than 200 in old style bills, and he paid there $300. He paid there $300. Exchange of $300, he got only 200 old currency, but I didn't care. But narrator says that he was not afraid finally at that time. Why he was not afraid? Why he was not worried at that time? Because eggs were 13 cents a dozen in 1894. In 1894, there was the cost of a dozen eggs was only 13 cents. मतलब 1 डज़न एग की जो कॉस्ट थी वो सिर्फ 13 सेंट था. मीन्स द थिंग्स वर वेरी चीप. सो there was no problem to him. He didn't care there, as there was $200 old currency in the hand of narrator, and narrator name is Charlie, you know. Now let's see. But I have never again found the corridor that leads to the third level at a grand central station, although I have tried often enough. Now, the narrator says that after leaving the place, he never found the same corridor. The corridor led him towards the third level at Grand Central Station. मीन्स जब वो बाहर आ गया, फिर करेंसी चेंज करवा लिया, फिर जब उसको वापस उस जगह पे जाना है तो दोबारा उस जगह को बहुत सर्च किया, बट ही फॉरगॉट ऑल अबाउट इट एंड ही नेवर फाउंड द सेम प्लेस, ही नेवर फाउंड द सेम वे दैट लेड हिम टूवर्ड्स द थर्ड लेवल at Grand Central Station. Although I have tried often enough. And here, narrator tried his best. He made his best effort once again to reach at the same place, but he is not successful in this task, and he always started to think about the place as the place was very amusing for him, the place was very interesting for him. So every time he only thought about that particular place, and the place name was, I have already told you, you have to remember here, Gals Work Illness. Okay, students, now we stop here. Goodbye, have a nice day.